What's up, YouTube? It's me, Alex, with What's This? Another trailer! I didn't realize that the Black Widow movie dropped another trailer. I saw the trailer before when it first was posted, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago now. The movie was supposed to be released of November 2020, but because of the panorama, that got delayed and it got pushed back to May 7th, 2021. And then I heard again that it was pushed back to July 9th. And now, instead of it being in theaters, which I'm pretty sure Disney was really trying to make sure this movie went to theaters because I'm sure it deserves to be on the big screen. They're now doing what's been happening where they do a dual movie showing in theaters as well as on Disney Plus with Premier Access. I personally have not purchased any of the Premier Access. I kind of feel like I get why they're doing it because it's business. It always comes down to business and money. But as a consumer, I actually like what HBO Max is doing where they have the movie available for a month for you to watch as well as it being in theaters. And if you don't see it within that month, then you're going to be SOL until it comes back out on streaming 4 months later, or you go see it in the movies. I feel like Disney should take that approach more. I feel like that would get people more of a initiative to join their platform. Ideally, you pay $30, you're paying for more people to watch the movie with you, and you get to have it forever. But I feel like I remember when this was happening with Mulan that they did not say that you can get like this movie digitally anywhere else. Like if I was getting to own these movies, like if I did cancel Disney Plus and I got to have like a digital code for these movies I'm paying $30 for to get to see early, I feel like I should be able to own them. Otherwise, the price, if you're going to have a price, should be like $9.99 because I think $30 is a lot. And I can't even keep the movie because what if I have to cancel Disney Plus? The movie's gone. I paid $30. That's crazy. I should get a digital code, right? But that's how I feel. I'm pretty sure other people feel that way too. But like I said, I get it. It's business. But $30 is a lot. Like, oh my God. I'd never pay $30 for a movie because I go by myself and I don't get snacks because I don't got time for that. So $30, that's a lot. This movie has been in talks for a really long time. Black Widow originally had a movie that was trying to be in production, I think in 2004, but it took too long, so the rights reverted back to Marvel. And so then of course Marvel Studios, working with Paramount, we had like their first few movies that they did, and of course Disney bought Marvel Studios and they've been under Disney's umbrella ever since. And the first movie that I remember reading that was distributed by Disney with MCU with Marvel Studios was The Avengers. So everything after that has been a Disney MCU movie. Anything before that, Disney had to get the rights to them afterwards. So Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, and I believe Captain America, those four Disney had to go back and buy the rights for those. But, anyway. So, Black Widow was introduced, of course, in Iron Man 2. I am not the biggest fan of Scarlett Johansson. I was not really that excited for her character at all, because I don't really like her. I don't really know why. I don't really like her. I don't think she's the best actress. But I really like Natasha. Like, I found myself really liking her. And I think Winter Soldier really helped that. Like, Winter Soldier is, like, my favorite Marvel movie. Like, when we do the marathon, we'll see if anything's changed. I doubt it though. And I really liked her in that. So I think that really helped her character for me was that movie. The Russo brothers knew how to write those characters. I think they did a really, really good job. After that, I really found myself caring about Natasha. So I remember hearing a lot about them wanting to do a solo movie for her, and it was just kind of talk in circles. And it just seemed like she was going to be the only one besides Hawkeye to not get a solo movie when she's been a big part of the Avengers. Like, Hawkeye's been around, but she's been around a lot. So it makes sense for her to get a solo movie. So finally they announced a solo movie, and it just keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And I know it's probably really frustrated for Scarlett Johansson and everybody involved about this movie having to be pushed back because of this panty. But I really hope the movie's good. We know that if you haven't seen Endgame, spoilers, but we know that Natasha, she gave her life for the Soul Stone. I remember being quite upset about that. Like, I was really sad. I think I cried a little bit, and I was just like, wow, like, oh, that was crazy. Like, I remember being very upset about that. I believe this movie is set between Civil War and Infinity War, I think, right? Or is it set in that 5-year time gap from Infinity War and Endgame? Because from pictures I've seen, her hair seems very similar to the ponytail that she has in Endgame, because when she came up in Infinity War, she had a short blonde bob. Oh yeah, so it is following the events of Captain America Civil War. Natasha Romanoff finds herself alone and forced to confront a dangerous conspiracy with ties to her past. Pursued by a force that will stop at nothing to bring her down, Romanoff must deal with her history as a spy and the broken relationships left in her wake long before she became an Avenger. Okay, so after Civil War, probably before she found Steve and Sam after Steve broke them out of the jail. So, alright, enough talking. Let's watch the trailer.
You don't know everything about me. I've lived a lot of lives.
I lived a lot of lives.
Before I was an Avenger. Before I got this family. who you are. We have to go back to where it all started.
Oh. The little girl looks familiar.
Where do you think I was all this time?
Didn't Belova.
We have unfinished business.
I love her. She's great.
My girls, the toughest girls in the world.
I'm sorry. We had our orders and we played our roles. It wasn't real. It was real to me. To me, you were everything.
Bring her.
Taskmaster. Taskmaster.
Seatbelts on. Such a move.
Oh, that was cool. That was a nice transition. I saw what y'all did there. Okay.
One thing's for sure. I'm done running from my past.
Nice. I like that. Okay. I was interested in seeing it the first time. I was interested in seeing the movie from the first trailer, but I'm definitely curious about Natasha's past. I have read a few comics with her in it, and I know that she obviously was a Russian spy. I think her name is Natalina Romanova, I believe, in that's her real name, or at least the name she was told that was hers when she was being trained in the Russian spy camps and the Red Room and all that. And I do particularly remember a comic where it talks about the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, being one of her trainers, and whether or not that's always the canon, I'm not sure about. I believe in one-off thing I was reading where I think the two of them were together, which I really wanted them to be together. But whatever. And one of their a comic with the two of them in it that they talked about how he was one of her trainers, and which is why I think they alluded to that moment in Civil War where they were fighting and she was like, "Don't you recognize me?" And of course he doesn't say anything, but it makes sense because he ages differently because of being put in the ice and things like that. And not to mention, I believe that she has some form of super soldier serum in her to the point where it slows her aging, because in the comics she's older because she's been around a long time, but the super soldier serum that she has, like a knockoff version similar to what Bucky has, slowed her aging. Steve is like the perfect specimen of the super soldier serum. Like, he's like the perfect, because he got the serum created by Erskine, and he got the UV rays, or not UV rays, he got the whatever rays it was from Howard Stark, so he's literally in tip top shape. But very curious to see if we'll see any of that kind of stuff going on here, if we'll see if she does get any type of super soldier serum or not. I guess it's not really that big of a deal, but oh, okay, I thought so. Everett Anderson is playing young Natasha. She looked familiar because she's playing Wendy in Disney's remake of Peter Pan. So I can't wait for more information about that. But yeah, I knew she looked familiar. And Florence Pugh, who I've only seen in a couple movies so far. I haven't watched Midsommar, but I do plan to watch that, hopefully for the channel. But she was a great Amy in Little Women. I've always disliked that character, but Florence Pugh made me really like her. And that's a lot. That was a lot. So David Harbour, saw him, saw Rachel Weisz and things like that. William Hurt is back as Ross. Let me not go any further. Some things can be surprised, but I'm excited for Black Widow. So how do you guys feel about her? I mean, is she your favorite Avenger? Do you think that she deserves a solo movie? And if you don't think that she deserves one, why not? I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts about that in the comments. If you have been waiting for this, are you excited? Because it's a long time coming, and it is kind of weird that it's coming out after the fact that we know she's dead, but we do what we gotta do around here. This is supposed to be the first movie to kick off phase 4 of the MCU, so I guess they can't really move forward without this movie, right? Because the next Spider-Man movie is supposed to come out in, I think, around Christmas, so we need to go ahead and kick things off. So I'm excited for it. Maybe not as excited as I am for other things, but I am excited, and I really hope to see Natasha get some backstory that I think she deserves. I mean, she's a good character, she's interesting, and she gave her life to save the world, and I think that she deserves to have a nice swan song, even though this is before her death. So tell me in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, because why not? And thanks for watching this video with me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.